Hi yogis, welcome back to Debbie Lash Yoga. I've been missing in action for a while now. I am in New Yorker and I'm looking for a home here for the next year possibly. And so I hope that we can still connect here on YouTube and just keep up with the practice. All right, let's sit up nice and tall. I'm actually going to sit on a block. We'll open with some breath work, pranayama, nadi shona. And this balances the left and right side of the brain, the masculine and the feminine energy. Just gently close the eyes down, roll the shoulders down and away from your ears. And just take a moment to arrive and land on your mat. Just take time to notice how you feel from the inside out. When you're ready, just start to deepen the breath, making it a conscious breath, inhaling through the nose. Pausing at the top, open the mouth, exhale it out. One more just like this, inhale, deepest breath. Pause and hold, open mouth, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Keep the lips closed. Exhale through the nose, the back of the throat. Finding Ujjayi breath. Finding that soft whisper. Inhale. Lips closed. Exhale. Bringing your right hand up alongside the face. Taking your peace fingers and you're going to bend them down. Thumb over the right nostril. Ring finger over there. Inhale through both nostrils. Close off the right nostril, exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Pause and switch, exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Pause and switch, exhale left. Inhale left. Pause and switch, exhale right. Inhale right. Pause and switch, exhale left. One more full cycle, inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Pause and switch, exhale left. Hands together at heart center, bowing chin to chest. If you'd like to bring an intention to this practice or maybe something for the week ahead, and if you don't know what to ask for, I begin asking that my body is open and my mind is clear, and you can add anything to that. Inhale, open the eyes. Lift the gaze. All right, yogis, let's start lying all the way down on our back in Supta Bakasana. Soles of the feet together. Gently lying all the way down. I like to shuffle my buttocks up towards my heels, palms facing up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're fortunate enough to be practicing outside today. And connect to the breath, inhaling to the top. Pause and hold the breath in. Press the feet together. Exhale out through the nose, maybe the mouth if it feels good. 5 more cycles of breath, just like this. Inhaling. Lips closed, exhale. Two more cycles of breath. Last one here. Keeping the left foot on the floor right where it is. Bring the right foot up into the hand. So taking a half happy baby. And if it's too much to reach for the foot, you can bring your hand onto the back of the thigh, or you can grab your shin or maybe even the ankle. That's it. You just stay here 5 cycles of breath. So just nice hip opener. Your belly is pressing down into the back spine. And just notice how the breath feels as it enters the body. And then notice how it feels as it leaves the body. One more cycle of breath here. And swap sides, right foot down, left foot up. Head down, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. 5 cycles of breath. Actively press your right pinky toe down into the mat and kick your left heel away from the heart center. So you're kicking it away. And I'm feeling a nice deep stretch in the hamstring and in my hip. 2 more cycles of breath here. Notice how the jaw feels. Maybe give it a wriggle, soften the tongue. You could even flutter the lips. And happy baby. So both feet up. And again, if you can't reach your feet with ease, maybe start with the hands on the back of the thighs. You can even bring the hands on the inside of the thighs. Just play with it. See what feels good today. I'm just going to put a gentle rock side to side. It's been a few days since I've practiced. How long has it been since you've practiced? There's no judgment, but just observe how your body feels. And one more cycle of breath here. Maybe finding stillness. I'm going to grab my big toes for a V shape. And again, maybe you want to grab the back of the thighs, but actively kick the heels away so you can feel your sacrum connect to the mat. Draw the belly down, arms are nice and straight. You're pulling your shoulder blades down the back. So bringing them down. So there's lovely space both sides of the neck. This feels really good on the inside seam of my thighs. One more cycle of breath. And when you're ready, again, I'm just going to take both legs up. Bring my hands underneath my buttock flesh, heels over my hips. I'm just going to start by pointing and flexing my feet. And so notice if you've got a tendency to have the feet closer towards the face, maybe take your heels slightly away. I'm just going to start to circle the ankles both ways and open and close the toes. Spread. That's it. How's the breath? I'm just connecting to the core. I really like to bring the core work in quite early in my practice at the moment, and just maybe some gentle single leg lifts. So just inhale, lower, exhale, lift, and then other side, alternate. That's it. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Movement to breath. Squeezing the muscles to the bone. And you're hopefully going to be looking straight up, maybe looking at a screen. Just listen to my cueing and just see if you can not look too much. Same as when you're in a class. Quite often the teacher really isn't demonstrating. And last one here, each side. Now double leg lifts, lower both legs down, inhale, just a hover, flex, exhale, lift. Good, 9 more. You can count it, or you can listen to my cueing. That's it. 1 more here, and we're halfway. We've got 5 more. If at any point you need to bend your knees and put your feet on the floor, you can do that. You can do some little crunches. And 2 more. We're going to do the crunches anyway, so we'll all meet there. Last one here. Good. Pause. Exhale, lift. Bend the knees. Feet on the floor. Hands behind your head. Elbows wide. Inhale with the head on the floor. Exhale, lift up. So we lift on the exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Five more. Push your big toes into the floor. And that nice squeezing in the belly, finding that compression. Last one here. And exhale, lift. Good. Bring both knees up. Knees over the hips. Arms out wide. Inhale. Lower both knees over to the left. We're going to take a twist. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And then over to the right. That's it. You can just go at your own pace here. If this doesn't feel good going side to side, you can stay and just hold with a twist and count 10 cycles of breath each side. But this is kind of bringing in a nice wringing out in the waist, massaging our internal organs. And I get a few cracking in my back going on here, which is great for alignment. That's it. And one more each side. And then I'm going to pause on the left. That's it. Stay right here. Some of you might feel like you want to extend that top right leg out and catch it with the foot if you can. And maybe your body feels ready for a pretzel twist. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to grab that bottom foot. And then energetically I'm rolling this top hip away, rolling the right shoulder down. 5 cycles of breath here. Just breathing into the side body. And energetically pressing your feet into the hands so you find that connection. You can always hang out in these poses, but it's a great idea just to find that connection between the hand and the foot. Good. Just release. And neutralize the spine. Other side, over to the right. Good. Pause. Some of you are just going to stay here and snuggle the knees up towards the elbows. Others are going to grab that foot. I need to lift. And there's my pretzel twist. 5 cycles of breath. And again, pressing feet to hand. Maybe you're looking straight up to the ceiling or the sky, or maybe you're turning your head to the left. Just notice how your neck feels. Just nice little detox here. The twists are great for eliminating toxins and squeezing and massaging your organs. Just bringing nice alignment into the spine. And release. Then I'm going to roll all the way over onto my belly. And coming back, hands into towards the waist. Squeezing in for low cobra. 3 low cobras. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Keep looking down. Back of the neck is long. You're pointing your toes, lifting your knees. Last one. Good. And then reach the hands back. Pass the hands on the sacrum. Otherwise, you can keep your hands down on the floor if that feels better. I'm just going to pick the right foot up and then the left. Lifting my hands and reaching my hands back towards my feet, spreading my toes. 5 cycles of breath here. And then just notice whether you're craning in the neck. You're lengthening from the crown of the head through to your feet. And give yourself like a rubber band. Hips are pressing down. Energetically lifting up through the belly button. Inhale here. And exhale, lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press up, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's do this 3 times. Just warming up the shoulders. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press. Exhale, down dog. You can do all of this with your knees down, if that feels good. And for a lot of you, it is going to feel good. There's no shame of having the knees down. It's a really nice way just to ease into the practice. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Stay right here. 5 cycles of breath. Some of you have got rituals. Some of you like to pick the heels up, twist them to the side. Some of you like to pedal through the feet. That's it. Just finding stillness, eventually pressing down through the forefinger thumb. And just notice your head. Maybe give it a little nod. Just no gripping in the neck. And take your feet as wide as the mat. We're going to stretch into the side body. Shorten the down dog. And take your right hand to your left ankle. Bend your right knee. And then spinning your chin into your left armpit. That's it. Maybe some of you can straighten that right leg, but just play with it. Maybe you just want to bend and straighten. But lift up. Find that lifting of your back ribs. Roll the inner thighs back. One more cycle of breath. And I like maybe come up high in the fingertips. Feels good in my body. And then other side. Spinning the chin into the right armpit. Maybe bend the left knee. If you did it on the first side. Last one here. Good. And then walking into plank pose. Bakasana. Center the right hand into the middle. You can stagger the feet. You can stack the feet. You can even drop that bottom knee down. Whatever feels good. That's it. Just strengthening the sideways. Inhale here. Arm up and over. Exhale. Press down, lift up. 3 more cycles of breath. And maybe you're going to start with both legs lifted, and then if you need to drop the bottom knee down, just do what feels good. There's never any pressure. And hand down. Other side. Center the left hand. Stack, stagger the feet. Sorry, you've got my back towards you. And arm up and over. That's a lovely side body stretch here. Squeeze the muscles to the bone, lifting the kneecaps and your thighs up. And downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg straight back. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet for standing splits. Stay here 5 cycles of breath. Just playing with balance, stretching hamstrings. Some of you might even be ready to bring both hands around the ankle. And forehead towards the shin. Lifting that back leg up. And walking the hands back down. Good. Right knee, right elbow, glide forward. Inhale, lift. Glide forward, exhale. Last one here. Pause and hold. Knee to nose. Step it through. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, just lift up here. Squeeze the outer hips into your firming here. We're going to keep both hands on the floor. Some of you might feel better if you've got blocks underneath the hand. And lift the chest. 3 more cycles of breath here. This just feels nice and juicy in my right hip. And when you're ready, walk the hands up onto the knee, both arms up. And Skundasana. Exhale here. 5 cycles of breath. Some of you like to look up. Some of you like to hook the thumbs. Maybe there's a little back bend in here. Maybe, baby. Just notice how it feels. 1 more cycle of breath. And both hands to the floor. Half splits. That's it. Flex your right foot. Turn that right pinky toe back towards the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward folding down. 3 more cycles of breath. Lengthening the crown of the head towards the big toe. Drawing the belly in. Just pressing down through all 5 toenails of the back foot. And when you're ready, bend the front knee. Skundasana. This always is a favorite of mine. So you're turning your right foot up to the corner of the mat. I'm just going to stay with both hands down. Some of you like to put one hand back. Some of you like to play with a half bind here. Maybe you feel ready for a full bind. So we start with flexing the foot. And then we point the toe. That's it. You can always bring a block into this pose. If it feels very challenging to get the hip, you can be right here. And this feels pretty damn good, I have to say. One more cycle of breath. Release the arms if they were bound. And turn back to the top of the mat. Good. Float the right foot straight back. Three-legged down dog. And then put a bend in the knee. Open the hip. Circle the ankle. Some of you flip the doggers. Might go over already. We're going to do that again later in the practice. But if you're ready, go for it. And when you're ready, straighten the right leg. And put the right leg down. Inhale, float the left leg straight back. Three-legged dog. Point the toe. Walk the hands back towards the feet. 5 cycles of breath. Some of you might even put hands on blocks. Some of you are wrapping that right hand around the ankle, forehead towards the shin. And just notice how it feels, right side to left. And when you're ready, walking back into three-legged down dog. Left knee, left elbow, glide forward, exhale. Inhale. Lengthen, exhale, elbow to knee. And last one here, pause and hold, knee to nose. And step it through. Low lunge. And Vinyasa, release. And just hold here. It's a really nice, juicy hip opener. And energetically, it feels like you could drag your left heel back to your right knee. So there's this like scissoring effect between the thighs, even though the thighs aren't anywhere near each other. And 2 more cycles of breath, lifting the chest. Maybe again, blocks feels really good here. What we do is we bring the floor to our hands. And when we're ready, we're going to lift up. Inhale, lift. 5 cycles of breath. Some of you are just staying with their hands parallel towards each other. Some of you are hooking. Some of you are back bending. Squeezing and firming the outer hips in. And both hands to the floor. Half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. Flex the foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tiptoe hands forward. And just breathe. Breathing consciously into the body. When we're not breathing consciously, we're really not doing yoga, we're just stretching. Yoga is the connection of the mind to the breath, to the body. One more cycle of breath here. Skundasana. So bend the knee, tuck the back toe under. Again, you're going to have my, actually I'm just going to spin it around so you don't have my back. And then turn the toes to the top edge of the mat. And then we're just dropping the sit bone down. And again, you've got that block here if you need it. Feels pretty good. Some of you are keeping hands on the floor. Some of you are half binding. Some of you are full binding. That's it. Roll and lift that top shoulder. 2 more cycles of breath here. Point the toe if it was flexed. Flex the toe if it was pointed. And last cycle of breath. That's it. And then we're going to turn to the top of the mat. 3-legged down dog. Put a bend into that left knee and open the hip. Some of you flip the doggers are going over. And when you're ready, step the feet together. Inhale, come high on tippy toes. Bend knees. Tiptoe feet all the way up. So keep looking down at the thumbs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold and bow. Hands on the sacrum, like they were earlier on when we were lying on our bellies. And arms up and over the head. If this doesn't feel good, you can keep the hands on the sacrum, or you can even just grab your elbows and draw your elbows down towards your toes. This just feels really good in my shoulders, and again, just nodding the head, yes. Turning the head, no. And then look at your toes, give them a little spread, press the toes down. And when you're ready, just release your hands to the floor and then just slowly rolling yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae. And shoulders down and away from the ears. Let's just move the practice with Surya Namaskara. A. Inhale, both arms up. Breathe in, lift up, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. And bow. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees, step back into plank. You can jump back if you're ready. Shift the weight forward. Some of you are staying with low Cobra if the body feels ready for up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here, 3 cycles of breath. Just have a look at your hands. Spread your fingers, press the knuckles down. Just look at your feet. Make sure your heels are hiding behind your big toes so you can't see your heels. And there's lovely inner rotation of the thighs. Lift the sit bones up, press the heels down. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out. Inhale, high tippy toes. Bend knees, tiptoe, step or jump to the top. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Press down through feet, inhale, rise. If you want to bring in a back bend, I always like this. And hands to heart. 2 more rounds on your own. Let's go. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold and bow. Half lift, step back. Vinyasa, meet me in down dog. Notice how the body feels, moving and shifting. Drawing the belly in. Lifting your biceps up beside your ears and rolling the triceps down. And inhale, high tippy toes, bend knees. Step, jump, or walk to the top. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward. Last one. Maybe the back bend. Maybe not. See you, one more round. Surya A. Link movement to breath. Moving meditation. Internal gaze, Ujjayi breath. External gaze, inhale, open eyes, bend knees, step, walk or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Just take the feet as wide as the mat, Malasana, Yogi squat. Some of you are staying here. You've got the option for the block underneath your sit bone. Option 1. Option 2, hands to prayer. Option 3, half bind. Hand out to the side, top arm up, and just reach for the opposite hip. And then option 3, full bind. 3 cycles of breath. Just a nice hip opener with the shoulder opener if you're taking the bind. Energetically, you're squeezing the buttocks together, pressing evenly through both feet. And release. Other side. That's it. Just layer upon layer. Or if you're not ready to bind yet or the hands don't meet, just meet yourself where you're at today. One more cycle of breath. And release both hands to the floor. Inhale here. Lift the chest. We're going to straighten the legs. Exhale, forward fold. 4 more. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round. Last one. We're going to stay in Malasana. Some of you are going to stay here. Some of you are going to come with me and take your first crow pose. Spread the fingers. That's it. Looking down, lift the back ribs. That's it. 5 cycles of breath wherever you are. Try and bring the heels of the feet together, toes together, big toes, and then kick the heels up towards your buttocks. Step back, jump back. Inhale, lift. Not my best jump back. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath, find stillness. And just draw the breath through the palms of your hands, up your arms. Exhaling, pressing the breath down through your legs, up through your feet. 2 more cycles of breath, just moving the prana through the body. 1 more cycle of breath here. Inhale, high tippy toes. Bend knees, step, walk or jump. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Step the feet together. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Shift the weight into the heels. Lower the sit bones down. Keep your fingertips on the floor. Lift the chest. Curl the hands up. That's it. 2 more cycles of breath here. Standing all the way up. And then drawing your wisdom back into the heart. Surya B, let's go. Bend the knees, drop the hips, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, breathe in. Step or jump back. Vinyasa. Let's meet in warrior 1. Right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, lift. Stand into the back leg. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left foot forward, back heel down, inhale, lift. Good. Staying down dog, 3 cycles of breath. Pressing the hands and the mat forward as your thighs press back and your heels drift down. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, step, walk or jump. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward, fold and down. Good. Utkatasana chair. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking our first twist in a standing pose. Inhale, lift the back ribs. Exhale, twist. That's it. Slide that left knee back. Lift the back ribs. Lift your head a little bit. Firm that right hip in. Squeeze the buttocks. Keep shifting the weight into the heels. Some of you might split the arms. Maybe rotate that half bind. Top arm for the half bind. That's it. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, forward folding bow. Chair pose, Utkatasana. And then we're going to take the other side, hands at heart, lift back ribs. Exhale, twist. Split the arms, rotate the top arm. Keep sliding that right knee back. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, forward folding down. Utkatasana chair. 5 cycles of breath here. Going for our second round of bakasana, high on the tippy toes. So just going to step back a smidge, lower down, hands to the floor. Second bakasana. If this doesn't feel good, take Malasana Yogi squat. That's it. Maybe some of you are ready to bring the head down into a tripod headstand. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. You can always take this to the wall. One more cycle of breath. You can come back through bakasana Or you can jump back, float back. Oh, that was a little better. Downward facing dog. I'm just going to spin around. Inhale, float the right leg straight back. Right knee, right elbow, glide forward. Good. Inhale, cross it over to the left. We're going to repeat that. Come back to the left elbow. And then kick the foot out in front. Some of you might even grab the foot here. Others are going to put the foot on the floor. Whatever feels good. Arm up and over, wherever you are. Maybe you're going to float that foot off the floor. Or maybe now you think, oh, I can hold it. Maybe you're just going to grab the foot and hold it here. And maybe start to extend. One more cycle of breath. Stepping through, both hands to the floor. Stepping through, warrior one. Back heel down. Inhale, both arms up. Hands at prayer. Open up, warrior two. Walk that right foot over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, sink lower. Roll the shoulders down. Sit it up. Spread the toes. Press the feet evenly into the floor. Shift that weight, reaching through the back hand as you sink lower into the front knee. Hands behind the head. Elbows wide. Look to the right elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good, only 3 more. Stand into the back foot. This is nice for using the side waist, your obliques. Good, inhale, lift. Last one, we're going to hold the elbow to the knee. And pause here. Spin and lift. Maybe you're going to keep the hands behind the head. Maybe top arm up. Maybe bottom hand down. Pass bar. That's it. Straighten and sharpen that back leg. And maybe take a half bind. Maybe you're ready for a full bind here, some of you. Don't worry if you're not. You can stay right here. The block is a great idea. If the floor doesn't feel like it's something that you can reach today, that's it. Lift the head, sharpen that back leg, lift the sideways. 5 more cycles of breath. This feels pretty juicy in my right hip. And then lift your knee and your thigh of your left leg up towards the hip. 1 more cycle of breath. Release the bind. Top arm up. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Good. Walk that right foot over to the right. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, lift both arms up. You guessed it. Taking a twist. Inhale here. Exhale. Twisting over to the right. Some of you are going to feel like lifting at that knee. I'm actually going to keep mine down. I have been doing a lot of cycling and my hips are really tight and my glutes. 2 more cycles of breath wherever you are. Activate the feet. And both hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the back leg up. 3-legged down dog. Float the right leg straight back. 3-legged plank. Ardha Chaturanga. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Stay right there. I'm just going to spin sides. Let's breathe together. Big breath in through the nose. And a deep sigh out. Float the left leg straight back. Left knee, left elbow, glide forward, exhale. 3-legged dog, cross it to the right. You know where we're going. We've got 1 more to the right elbow. Option 1, fallen triangle, peel and lift. You could even keep both hands on the floor. If this feels like a lot, keep both hands down, arm up and over. Option 1, keep the foot on the floor. Option 2, lift it. Option 3, grab the foot. Maybe you're going to stay like this. This might feel like a lot. Option 4, 3 cycles of breath. Remember, we're going to step through to warrior one from here. And release the foot. Both hands down, step through. Back heel down, firm your left hip in, both arms up, inhale. Sink into the front thigh, exhale. Hands at heart. Open up warrior two. There you are. And just sink. Pick that back heel up, press it back, inhale. Exhale, sink lower. Shift the weight into the back foot. So you can release down, hands behind the head, elbows wide. Inhale, look to your left elbow. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Press into the back foot, sharpen the leg. 2 more. Last one here. And hold. Lift up. Option. Take that right arm, top arm up. Left hand down. Maybe you got the block here. This feels good with the block. My half binders, my full binders, you know who you are. And again, never any pressure. But maybe you try it and you hold it for a couple of seconds and then you let it go. Rolling that top right shoulder. Into my hand was on the shoulder, just rolling and lifting it. Notice how your head feels, back of the neck. Sometimes it feels good just to look straight down. One more cycle of breath, firming the belly in. And then release the bind. That's it. Lift the back heel. I'm going to walk that left foot back to the left. You've got the back knee down. Inhale with both arms up. Here's your nice low lunge. Hands at heart center. Taking a twist to the left. Just a nice twist here. That's it. 5 cycles of breath. Some of you are lifting up. Some of you may be splitting the arms. Some of you might even be taking a full bind. So whatever feels good in your body, you just go for it. One more cycle of breath, squeezing the buttocks together and releasing both hands to the floor. 3-legged down dog, lift up. 3-legged plank. Remember, this is always just an option. Adho Chaturanga. Roll over the toes. Exhale. Downward facing dog. I'm going to step the left foot between the hands. Parallel the feet. That's it. Hands on the hips. Squeeze and lift the elbows to the ceiling. Inhale, rise. Good, hands behind the head. Elbows wide, push your head back into the hands. Pick your heels up, roll them out. Roll the inner thighs back. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, we're going to lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower halfway. Last one here, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower halfway. And then just drop the hands straight down. Center your right hand into the middle. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And there's your nice half bind, full bind. 5 cycles of breath. Have a look at your feet, spread the toes. You're pressing down to lift up. And again, a block could feel really good here. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, hand down. Swap sides. Half bind, full bind, whatever's going on in your body, you got it. 5 cycles of breath. Activate the feet, lift the knees, lift the thighs. And just find stillness. How does this pose feel in your body? Is there any tension in the neck? Maybe the tension's in your mind today. Monday, back at it. And top arm up, inhale. Both hands down. Good. Hands on the sacrum. You can stay here with the Hands resting here, looking, drop the head, look all the way up, arms up and over. Spread your toes. My tripod headstanders, come with me. Otherwise, just stay there. 5 more cycles of breath, wherever you're at. Roll the inner thighs, squeeze the elbows in. Keep pressing evenly through all 10 knuckles. Lift the shoulder heads up and away from the floor. Start to split the legs. Flex your feet. And lowering down. Inhale, lift up. Bend the right knee and then turn back to the top of the mat. Inhale, set the back foot up. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale. Forward fold and bow. Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Actually, I'm going to spin this way. I'm going to play with twisting bakasana here. So we'll start in a chair pose. Inhale. Hands at heart. We're going to take the twist. Lift the back ribs. We've already visited this pose. Twisting bakasana. That's it. This is twisting Utkatasana. Come high on the tippy toes. So just layer upon layer. Just see how far you can go. Maybe you're going to stay right here. Both hands to the floor. That's it. Inhale, lift the chest. Rock forward. Maybe you're going to stay here just with that elbow resting on the knee resting on the back of the elbow. That's it. Lift the heels. And other side. I'm just going to spin around. You're just going to go back the way. Good. Chair pose, Utkatasana. And hands are hard. Lift back ribs. Taking the twist. Maybe you just want to stay here in the twist. Twisting chair, twisting Utkatasana. Others are going to come high to the toes. Bend the knees. Pause. I like to snuggle this elbow down. Both hands are facing forward. And walking your feet a little to the top of the mat helps a lot. Lift and squeeze the inner ankles. Some of you might be splitting the legs here. And when you're ready, downward facing. And we're going to lower. You can come down one elbow at a time. Some of you might feel ready for 2 elbows. So inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Try a few more of these. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. This doesn't feel good. Just stay with your elbows on the floor. That's it. Dolphin pose. Walking the feet up towards the hands. Stay right here. 5 cycles of breath. Roll the inner thighs. Press the heels down. Lift your back ribs up. And when you're ready, drop your knees to the floor. Take your first child's pose. That's it. Reach the hands out. If this doesn't feel so good in your shoulders, maybe reaching the hands back towards the feet, forehead to the floor. Some of you will feel like you want to stay here, and so you should. Others, we're going to come back into another dolphin pose. Clasp the hands together. Tuck the toes. Inhale, float that right leg back. And it's very, just have a look down, make sure the neck is long and soft. And maybe we want to do 3 little kick ups. And then swap sides. And child's pose. Forehead to the floor. So we've got options here. I'm going to say an inversion of your choice. I'm going to take headstand today. It's really hot here in Mallorca, and it's the end of the day. Well, not the end of the day, but it's nearly 7, and my body feels pretty tired, so I'm going to take headstand. But you might want to take pincher. You might even want to turn to the wall and take a handstand. I want something that's more grounding. So wherever you are, stay there for 20 cycles of breath, maybe about 2 minutes. And maybe you just want to take a headstand without picking up, or you're going to take it to the wall. But wherever you are, find a single point of focus. Listen to the quality of your breath and just notice where you could soften. Maybe soften the exhale. Maybe soften your jaw. Maybe soften your eyes. Five more cycles of breath wherever you are. You will all meet in child's pose. Start to bend the knees and gently making your way down. Child's pose, 5 cycles of breath. I'm going to bring my hands back. Softening your buttocks towards the heels. Just allow the shoulders, blades to spread. Everything soften here. And inhale the floor. Good. Single pigeon. Downward facing dog. Coming from here. Inhale, float the right leg straight back. And right knee to right wrist, slide forward. And then we just swing the foot across. That's it. Inhale, lift the chest. And just stay right here. Just stay lifting up. Some of you might want to put your hands on blocks. But this feels really nice. And if this pose doesn't feel good in your body, a lot of people find it quite painful in the knees. And so if there's pain in your knees, come out of the pose. And you can take Recline Pigeon, which is going to be the same pose, but you're on your back. So you're going to bring that right ankle over the thigh. Maybe you're going to grab the back of the hamstring or the shin, head down. And it's the same pose. So just choose what feels good. I'm going to come back to single pigeon. And just lift up. And then just making my way down. I like to stack my fists on one on top and make a pillow for my forehead. And just notice if you've got a tendency to roll onto that right hip, press that left hip down as you firm your right hip in. Spread the toes of your left foot, pressing all 5 toenails into the floor. And that right foot is flexed. And when you're ready, just make your way up onto your hands. It's an option just to stay here or bend the knee, windmill the left hand back and catch the left foot. That's it. And then we're just bringing the heel towards the buttock. Some of you can spin the fingers facing forward and then look forward. 5 cycles of breath. Remember, this is just an option. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. This is a nice quad stretch of your left thigh. One more cycle of breath. And release. Malasana, full splits. We'll start with half splits first, and some of you might want to stay there. So we're just going to tuck the back toe and then lift up into a lunge and drop the back knee down. Half split, some of you are going to stay here because this feels enough in your body. And again, I like the blocks in this pose. And now we're just going to walk the right foot forward and point the right toe. So the blocks are just nice, so you can just bring a bit more ease into it. And it does feel good also if you can rest that block underneath between the line of your buttock and the back thigh. That feels really good. Point the right toe. Maybe even lift the arms up. But again, you can just have both hands down. But just notice how the pose feels in your body. It can be quite confrontating, quite confrontational, is what I mean. And release. The other side. I'm going to float that right leg back. Just move the blocks to the side. Inhale, float the left leg back, left knee, left wrist, and then swing across. Single pigeon. Remember, I gave you the option to take supine pigeon, so you're going to lie on your back, thread the needle, some teachers call it. Most of us do. And stay up. 5 cycles of breath wherever you are. Whatever you did on the first side, repeat it on the second. So if you are on your back, do it the same on this side. And just notice if there's any tension. And pay attention to your knees. We really want to be kind to our knees, kind to our body. And when you're ready, just reaching forward, leading with the chest and your heart. Forehead towards your hands. And it's very easy to hang out in this pose. And what I like to do is just work the pose. So press that right hip down, lift the belly in, spread the toes of your right foot, activate, press down through all 5 toenails. And then firm the left hip in. Nice space on both sides of the knee. And when you're ready, inhale, come up onto the hands. Put a bend in the back knee, so that's an option. Maybe you're just going to work this, just lifting that back leg up. It's a good idea also to have the block here. So if you need a little bit, find it's challenging to reach the back foot, that block will just lift you up. Inhale here. Exhale here. 5 cycles of breath. Lift the chin. Breathe into your beautiful body. Bring a smile into your eyes, creases of your lips. One more cycle of breath, pressing the heel to the buttock. And release. Good. Coming back into a low lunge. So tuck the toes of the back foot, lift up, step it through, and then drop the back knee down, half splits. Some of you are going to stay here. This is a really nice hamstring lengthener. This already feels like a lot. So if this is a lot in your body, stay there. If you're looking for more, and I've been working this pose a lot, it's a slow progress, but where I need to do a lot of work in the hips and hamstrings. And over time, it's coming. But remember, yoga is a practice of a lifetime. Point that left toe. That's it. Whether you're playing with the block underneath, some of you are lifting your arms up, whatever feels good and available. One more cycle of breath. And when you're ready, we're going to just lower down onto that left buttock and swing that right foot all the way around. So lowering all the way down onto our backs. Inhale, lower. Hands to the floor. Bridge pose. Walk the feet back. Inhale, lift. Stay right here, rolling the shoulders under. Inhale, lifting the hips. 5 cycles of breath wherever you are. If you're feeling fatigued, you can grab your block and have it on any level. And that way you get all the benefits without it being so strenuous. 3 more cycles of breath. And if you don't have the block, maybe you're going to use it this time. Otherwise, Vidyanurasana. So just a nice little, bringing some buoyancy into the practice. Spread the fingers. That's it. Squeeze your elbows together. Inhale, lift the hips. A good exhale here. Inhale, crown of the head. Set it up. Lifting all the way up. 5 cycles, 3 to 5 cycles of breath. Maybe lift the heels, then the knees. And when you're ready, lowering all the way down. Taking a nice twist. Right leg over the left. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, dropping both knees over to the left. And you're either looking straight up or maybe looking back to the right. Arms can be in T-shape or cactus. Squeeze your thighs together and release. It's a wonderful way to neutralize the spine after the back bends with the twist. And inhale, come back to center. And other side. Shuffle the hips to the left. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, both knees over to the right. And you might get a few little clicks in the spine like I just did. Just finding the effortless ease. And if this doesn't feel good, just unravel the legs and just drop both knees. Make it a little more passive. You can have one knee into the chest with the other leg straight and twisting that way. And when you're ready, inhale, get both knees up. And exhale. Release. Just walk, rock and roll forwards and backwards. Just massaging the spine, lubricating. Last one. And sitting all the way up. Open the legs into V-shape. It's a good idea. You can sit on a blanket here if you need a little bit more height. And you can bend the knees if your hamstrings are tight. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, forward fold and bow, wherever you are. And again, it's a really nice idea to bring the block. You can rest your forehead on the block. Flex the feet. And then really walking the hands back. Drop your right elbow. You can use a block right here. If there's a tightness. And inhale, top arm up. You can stay there, look straight up, or you can take the arm up and over. Some of you might be able to reach the foot and spinning the chest. Flex the feet, squeeze the thighs. And last cycle of breath. Top arm up, and then over to the other side. 5 cycles of breath. Soften the breath. And inhale, top arm up. Exhale here. Bring the legs together. My whole mat's turning. And then lower all the way down. Bringing the feet back into Supta Bakasana. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. And just notice how you feel 55 minutes later, taking the same pose how we started the practice. And just feeling all the feels. Feel the shift of your energy, the shift mentally in your mind, and physically and energetically in your body. And when you're ready, come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. I like to gently walk the shoulder blades in towards each other so there's a nice little lift in my heart space. You can have your legs up the wall, you could keep the soles of the feet together. Receive your practice. Take a deep breath into the top. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue, lion's breath, exhale. Shavasana. And when you're ready, start lifting your fingers, moving your toes. If you want to stay in Shavasana and soak up a little more of your resting pose, then please honor your practice. Otherwise, lifting the arms up and over, connecting to breath. Inhale. Big sigh out. Exhale. Knees into the chest. Squeezing it all in. Feet to nose. And when you're ready, roll to the right side. And bringing yourself all the way up. Coming into easy seat Skundasana. Sealing in this beautiful practice, hands at heart center, chin to chest. Just take a moment to honor yourself for showing up today. Thank your beautiful body for doing all the work like it does every day. And I'd like to thank you for sharing the practice with me. It really is an honor and a privilege. Taking the prayer to the third eye. You're amazing. Namaste. Humbly done. Well done, yogis. So good to be back. I look forward to bringing you some more classes this week, so stay tuned. If you've got any requests, you can leave messages for me, but either give me a thumbs up or leave a comment. It really does encourage other yogis if they see some positive feedback. So I really hope you enjoyed the practice. Have a great day or a great evening wherever you are in the world, and stay close, stay tuned. Good to see you.